Attack on Titan is undoubtedly one of the greatest shows ever made. With over 70 episodes out and more on the way, it's obvious that there have been plenty of incredible moments that earned the series such a title. There's Carla's death, the scarf scene, and Levi fighting Kenny's squad. There's Sasha eating the potato, Eren's final charge, Armin's sacrifice, you get the point. Someday I'd like to come back to this show and make a retrospective series on it like I did with Infinity Train and The Legend of Korra. But I'll wait until the show is over for that. For now, all I want to do is discuss one scene, my favorite scene from the entire series, and this scene takes place in Season 2, Episode 12, Scream. But how did Eren get to this moment? What makes this scene so powerful? Well, to answer that question, we have to go back to the very beginning. The Titans had just breached Wall Maria, and everyone was frantically retreating behind Wall Rose. Everyone except Eren and Mikasa, that is. They, as you know, rushed home to regroup with Eren's mom, Carla, but upon arriving there, they saw her pinned under some rubble. And worse, the smiling Titan was heading right towards them. Just as the three seemed doomed to die in this hopeless situation, a city guard, Hannes, arrived planning to save the trio. He prepared to fight the giant, but sadly he chickened out at the last second. So instead of killing the Titan, Hannes escaped with Eren and Mikasa, leaving Carla to die. So Eren, horrified beyond belief, could do nothing but look on as his mother was eaten alive. This experience was the driving factor behind both Eren's desire to kill the Titans as well as Hannes' desire to redeem himself. So by the time Season 2 rolled around, Eren was a fairly capable warrior, and Hannes had become truly courageous. So in Scream, history repeats itself. Eren and Mikasa once again find themselves in a hopeless situation. Mikasa is too injured to fight, while Eren is unable to transform into a Titan. And just as it was at the beginning of their story, the smiling Titan approaches. Hannes again sees Eren and Mikasa in trouble and rushes to help them. This time though, he doesn't cower away from the fight. Rather, he charges forward, determined to avenge Carla and finally redeem himself.
This is the least that I owe your mother! She'll finally have the vengeance she deserves!
Clearly, Hannes' character arc has come full circle at this moment, and with nowhere left for his story to go, it's time for it to end. His overconfidence gets the better of him and he loses the fight. So once again, Eren and Mikasa have to look on, horrified, as another one of their loved ones gets eaten alive. And again, Eren knows that despite everything he's gone through, despite everything he's learned, despite how much stronger he's become, he's just a helpless little kid, at least in the grand scheme of things. In a show about people fighting to survive against the insurmountable odds stacked against them by literal giants, it is easy to get lost in this grand scheme, in the big picture. There are so many epic fights, beautiful animations, and chilling scores, you know? So as Eren laughs and screams hysterically, believing that he and Mikasa are about to be eaten, this grand scheme is center stage. The only hope for their survival rests in Eren. Should he die, so will they all. And what could possibly save him now? Even the animation reflects this mindset as darkness begins to take hold over the battlefield. Truly, all hope is lost. Until time literally slows down, accentuating the importance of what is about to happen. The show tosses the bigger picture aside and focuses on one thing and one thing only: Eren and Mikasa's relationship. In Eren's eyes, given the tragedy that just occurred before him and the one he thinks is bound to follow, he is worthless. But to Mikasa, he's the opposite. He showed her how to fight, he taught her how to find purpose in life, and most importantly, he was always there for her. Here, seemingly at the end of the road, Mikasa reminds Eren why the road was worth taking, why he is far from worthless in her eyes. By dying here, Eren would fail to save his people, but he already saved Mikasa, and for him, that's enough. So naturally, as their heart-to-heart concludes, light returns to the battlefield. And once it does, Eren, reminded of what truly matters in life, stands and promises to save Mikasa yet again.
I will always wrap your scarf. Always and forever. That's a promise!
Obviously, there is no way that a teenager could defeat a Titan in hand-to-hand combat, but that doesn't stop Eren from trying. And he doesn't doubt himself for a second. So as the Smiling Titan makes its move, so does Eren. And he screams. Like I said earlier, it is so easy to forget about the little things in such an epic story, but here, one of those little things is directly responsible for one of the biggest reveals in the entire series. A character that so often and so easily gives into hatred for one moment instead accepts the love of his friend. And through his decision to choose love over hatred, Eren, in a seemingly hopeless battle, brought about the Scout's salvation. Sure, there are arguments to be made saying that scenes like Erwin's charge, Armin's sacrifice, or Sasha's death are better, but to me, this right here is absolute perfection. Let's hope that Season 4 Part 2 can somehow match it, because if Season 4 can end on as good of a note as Season 2 did, Attack on Titan may truly be the greatest television show ever made.
Believe me when I say this, Mikasa. Ever since I was a kid, I've hated you.
You lie.